26 Topps Heritage. It's a full case. We are a full case channel. This is not a short rip, but it is a good rip. We are here for a, not here for a long time, but here for a good time. In this instance, it's going to be a long and good time. Because it's Heritage. And that's what it is. I've opened 2 cases of this so far, and I pulled 1 red ink auto. The first case was way better than the second case, but the second case wasn't dust. Hit a nice Mike Schmidt auto. We hit a nice Brewers card in the last case, Scruffy, but it wasn't an auto. It was a hand numbered William Contreras. Or no, excuse me, Sal Frelick patch. It's over there on the right behind that Matt Shaw radiating rookie auto. A Massive Delight PYP. So the answer is no, but there are plans for some fun festivities. I am going to create something very special. It is going to be not a repack, but a re-wax. Going to be a re-whack with packs instead of cards. We're going to do a wax repack. We're going to open a bunch of old stuff, do some goodie bags. I'm going to put it together. Personally, I'm going to put it together with Mr. Pack to the Future. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like assign a value to each pack of each product based on how much we have to pay for it, and then I'm gonna try to like mix and match them so that the values, that there's like different size goodie bags. You know what I mean? So I'll give you an example. Let's say it's $100 a spot, and there's 30 spots, and we give a goodie bag to 10 spots, the top 10. Instead of making each goodie bag worth like 300, maybe make like one goodie bag worth like, you know, 800, and some other goodie bags worth a little less. But I like the notion of doing a repack with old wax. We did that before on this channel, me and Hawk. We opened like the 93 SP and stuff. There's a couple more cards, I just haven't gotten around to randoming them. I always forget, and we're always so busy. I have a couple more cards over there. 2 or 3 maybe. Maybe 4. I will run one more random at some point. Probably tomorrow, because it's the last day I'm going to be on this week. I think we have a couple more signed packs and then a couple more signed cards that I can give away. Which ticket prices? Oh, Tool at Sphere? I didn't see what you said. Did they just announce they're going to be there? Have they not? I'm not a big Tool guy, but I remember they were super huge when I was in high school. This Sphere is an awesome, awesome venue. A residency for how long? Like a month? It's an amazing venue. Have you guys been to the Sphere yet, or is that going to be your first time when you get tickets to Tool? It's an amazing venue, Ryan. You should go with him. It's a pretty sick place to see a concert or watch a show. I'm very impressed by it. I took my parents. Wow. Yeah, Korn and Tool. All that, yeah, definitely hand in hand. 9 Inch Nails was around that time too, no? They were maybe not quite as hard as the others, but for any of you guys out there that have not joined one of my fantasy leagues yet, there's one league left that has spots in it. It's on Monday. It's a $150 buy-in. It's almost halfway full. It's all Blez people. It's a lot of fun. You draft and you're done for the year. Okay? There's no management during the season. No transactions of any kind are even permitted. There is no such thing as a bench. You do not have to modify your lineup every day. It's just it's basically best ball, except everybody plays every single day because we don't have an actual best ball platform that we can use. So everybody plays every single day. Ooh, gold chrome. Don't mind if we do. Don't mind if we do. I wanted to peek and see if it was autoed. Can the chrome be autos? Can chrome and heritage be autographed? I guess that's a good question. It can. Wow. Okay. It's a new thing that they can have autos this year. Now you guys got fish and stuck in my head because you guys are talking about other stuff. You got high school bands in my head. I'm not even a fish guy, but What was that band called? Widespread Panic or something like that? They came to my school when I was a kid, I think. You know who else came to my school when I was a kid? Was Victor Wooten. Dude, The Miz is awesome. I almost drafted him in fantasy. I kind of wish I did. You guys know who Victor Wooten is? The best bassist ever. Literally. Like, actually, probably the best bassist of all time. He's a beast. That's cool, MGH. I think he's the best of all time. I think Victor is the GOAT. I think Victor is the true GOAT. I like when he plays the fretless. He played with Bella Fleck and the Flecktones for a bit. His brother's name, Future Man, invented a guitar, an instrument called the drumitar, where it's half guitar, half drums, electronic drum set. The guy literally duct taped it together and rewired it. It's the only one that exists in the world, and he's the only one that can play it. Future Man. It was Victor's brother. Does the percussion on some songs with Victor and the horn guy from Dave Matthews Bands, the Dave Matthews Band, and then also the banjo, what's his name, from Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. I definitely think people have done that, Solemn, and I definitely do that. I did that. I do that with my, or I used to, with my Cheshire Cats. I'm not buying them anymore because I missed out on that super fractor that I meant to win the bidding on. So I'm never going to buy another one because I'm heartbroken over that. But before that happened, yes, I just didn't matter what it was. If I liked it and I wanted it for the PC, I didn't care how much it cost. I didn't even think about that, Vincent, but that makes more sense. That makes sense. You're increasing the value of your own card anyway. Because if you're willing to pay it, hypothetically somebody else is, right? That's cool. I mean, when he makes the Hall of Fame, that's going to go up anyway. There will be a point in time where all of Kershaw's stuff ends up going way up. I mean, he's a legendary Dodgers pitcher with some serious grit. Whew. I'm getting tired, and I never get tired. I'm not really tired. I saw a very good card, by the way. My favorite Kershaw stat for a long time was how little he walked people. His strikeout to walk ratio was so insane for so long. When he was at the top of his game, he was pretty tough to hit. One of the most dominant pitchers I've ever seen. I would say the unit was the most dominant. With the same half, you mean? With the same number, whatever it is? What was the pricing on the card? Like 480, 500 bucks? What was that number? 500 bucks? 550? I forget what it was. 241? You got it. Did you tell Derek that? I'll tell him if you didn't. Okay, cool. Perfect. You got it. I gotta print this out, and I just remembered I need to do a couple randoms here. The dice, they say we don't do snake eyes. Let's go again. 7 times. Left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Let's do the quads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top right. 7 times. Right and top right win the random. Did I put that piece of paper in the wrong case? I might have done that. And now, without further ado, woo! Piece of candy. It's time for one of my sexy parties. 62 people in the room to enjoy a case of heritage. I spied with my little eye a very, thank you, Higgins, a very nice card. Thank you, Solemn. In this case. Top right, Giants in the Seymour. George Brett on the blue thing. Keyshaw, Blade. Game used. Jaron Duran, Red Sox. Bon Johnson, Mr. Johnson with a patch. Cole Young on the rookie Chromie. Rolling with the Chromies. Why is this backwards? Why are you backwards, Mr. McMahon? There's nothing. Why is it? It's like a high card number, but I don't think there's anything special with this card. Is it a variation? I don't think there's anything going on there. Why is this card so high number? 381? Does that mean anything? Nah. Nothing. We continue. Madrith Yammy on the charcoal gray. Looks like a cool variation, but it's probably not a variation. Nope. McNeil, home of the Woo. Lyle Jansen. Bubba Chandler. Kurtz, rookie cup. Castellanos now. Logan Webb on the die cut. Hoffman. Chromie. Barger Arraez. Just double checking so I don't miss anything. Robles on the Chromie. Hunter Green, get well soon. Hunter Goodman, probably still healthy. Bobby Witt on the Chromie. Cantillo and then Mookie. Wyatt. Crochet, Chromie, Keyshaw, Rookie Cup. Is that black? It might be. I can't tell. Nope, it's not. It would say. It would say. Cruz. Dylan Cruz with a beard. Patch of Cruz for K-Dub and the Nationals. I know they just optioned him, but still, some people still think he's going to come back up and he's going to be good. No shadow under the banner. That's a good trick. Lindor. That's a really good trick, actually. Rooker, Muncy, Reynolds, Yiner Diaz, Chromie of Glaber on the All-Star piece. Where's our first actual 77 card? It's got to be coming up. Noelvi, excuse me. Jared Jones. This looks black. There you go. The GOAT. There he is, the GOAT. Your GOAT, my GOAT, everybody's GOAT. The GOAT. Jacob the GOAT. There's a real 70s. So look at those shades, bro. How is this a real picture? Mike Cubbage. Guy hit 19, oh no, never mind, 3 homers. Hit a grand slam for his first his first major league hit was a grand slam. Look at those shades, dude. That's cray-cray. Scruffy. That's a real 1977 card. He should have been a Cubby, really. You talking about the GOAT or are you talking about Mr. Shades over here? Trey is savage. He's a savage. Rookie refractor there if you savage. Password. New. Yelly. Imanaga. Mr. Cubbage, really. Was he good? Was he a good player? Did he have a good career? That looks like one of his earlier cards. They really were scruffy. Oh, he should have been a Cub. I was like, what the hell? Sorry, I can't see the forest from the trees. Rolling with the Chromies. I saw what I thought to be a pretty crazy card. I sure hope so, Higgins. McLean would be crazy. I don't know. That's a good question. Wow, there's another one, Expos. We have a great card coming up, by the way, in this pile. In this 2 boxes. I don't know if it's autoed or not. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's going to be a great card. Bill Grief. Good grief. It's Bill Grief. Good grief. Expos. K. Dub. That's a real 77 card right there. A true 77er. Semyon Harper. Welcome to the Mets, Semyon. O'Doyle rules. We're a few handfuls away from greatness. Springer on the die cut. Taylor Ward refractor. McLean. A patch of Salvi. He's so good. So underrated. Zion Papa. On the bat piece of Salvador Perez. Did I miss anything there? Just feels like I did based on the number of cards, but... No, I didn't. How about that? Cash me outside. Uncle Larry refractor. Tucker. Password on the chromies. Make sure. Dolander refractor. Bo Bichette. I would think he has to be a... I mean, he's been really good in his career. And he's stood the test of time as well. Especially as a catcher. So in the next handful, we have what I believe is a really cool card. But I don't know this product like you guys know it. So I will also tell you that the card was backwards when I saw it. So I don't know what to expect here. But it's definitely a spicy meatball. Good luck. I have a feeling it's going to be sick. Springer on the chrome. Blue chrome. For the Brewers, I drafted this gentleman, and he's donning my favorite number, 16 of 150. Brewers, Ceruto. Aranda. And then there's Bobby Witt. And there's Bobby Witt. And George Brett and Salvador Perez and Jack Caglione on a 101 quad patch. Hand numbered 2. That is dirty. Zion Papa. My favorite part of this card is the 4 different patches. And those are all game used too. That is great. What a great, great card. It's like a Royals dream. George Brett, bat piece. Salvador Perez with the baby blue. The baby boy blue. Jack and Bobby with the modern patches. That is nasty. I gotta take a picture of that. By the way, when I was like opening and I saw the back of that card, I just saw George Brett and Bobby Witt. I didn't see there were 4 names. I thought there were just 2. That is awesome. Where's my... Oh, here's my phone. I think they have like an employee that's paid just to hand number it. That's a really cool Heritage card. Heritage is very rapidly growing on me. Oh, I gotta get a thickie here. No, I think when there's an auto, I think that they still do it. The players are not writing the numbers. This looks like a 168. That is an awesome card. The Clubhouse Collection Quad Player Relic. I love it. Obviously beat the sort for Papa. This reminds me of like a more professional and less goofy Allen and Ginter. And I like Allen and Ginter, but it's just like there's a lot of like weird stuff in Ginter. This is like all baseball, you know what I mean? This is like Allen and Ginter, but it's all baseball. That's so sad, Sacento. I'm sorry. There shouldn't be no autos in a case. They should make sure you get some autos. Is that a variation? It is. Mookie. Mookie on the variation for the Dodgers. Kara, nice hit. Mookie is so good. People forget how good he was in the Red Sox, too. Nice variation of the Mookster. Big fan of Mookie as a human being. Feel like he's a good dude. Wallner. Terang. Strom on the refractor. Willie McCovey. Varsho, love Varsho. Ben Rice. And an autograph. It's Warming Bernabel. Is it Bernabel or Burnable? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I have no idea, but he's a rookie and it's an autograph. Warming. We're warming up here. Darb in the Rocks. It's a PC piece for Darb on our first autograph. I love PC pieces. Cabrian, Mr. Hamilton. Brooks Bald. Mookie is... He could probably be a lot. I don't know about an actor, but definitely a bowler. He's just an incredible athlete. Supposedly he can play basketball and stuff really well also. Glaber. I think he's just like a true incredible athlete. John Kenzie Noel. Just his coordination is incredible. Like he's just an athlete all around. Isaac Collins. Wilson. Volpe. Otani. Andy Pajes. Are you talking about value right now or value in the future for debut patches? There's CJ Abrams. K-Dub and the Nats get another piece. Relic piece there. Of CJ. CJ's awesome. That's Nationals again, but it's going to be black. There's usually only a couple of these in a case. Supposedly only like 50 copies or so. I think our first one was DeGrom. And Rick Dempsey. Doesn't have any aviators on, but he is squatting with a catcher's mitt. Twins, Yankees, and Orioles. Rick Dempsey. I was going to say, I thought he played for the Yankees. The Yankees once had a full season without being shut out. That is crazy. How is that a real stat? It's for you, Mississippi. Oh, you're saying for the one that's coming. I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were asking. You're talking about for the one that hasn't come out yet, the next one. Oh, I could have answered that, bro. I'm sorry. I just misunderstood your question. Damn, Elaine, I disagree, but to each his own. What sport do you prefer? Nobody ban him. Let him talk. Elaine, what sport is your sport of preference? What do you like? Hockey? I love hockey. Hockey and baseball are my two favorite sports. I had season tickets to the Rangers for 10 years. My dad took me for 8 years, and I took my dad for 2 years. I love hockey. Let's go, Rangers. Who's your hockey team? Boom, Basala. If you say Islanders, I'm throwing you out of the room. No, I'm just kidding. Who's your favorite team? Nice Blue Jays piece there. The Rangers suck right now. They're atrocious. They're horrible. This is like the first. This is like the worst they've looked in a really long time. Ashcraft. See, I like hockey playoffs way more than anything else. I could watch hockey playoffs. I would rather watch hockey playoffs than like any other playoff sport. I like baseball playoffs too, don't get me wrong, but hockey playoffs are special. Oh, you said other than playoffs, excuse me. I like the cards, but watching baseball other than playoffs. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really like watching baseball. I respectfully disagree. Castellanos on the patch for the Phillies. He looks like he's high in that picture. What's going on, Nick? I think it's just a relaxing sport, and that if you're going to go to watch a game or something, it's different. Also, in-person baseball, I think, is really fun. Just like in-person hockey is definitely the best live sport. Baseball's number 2. Mike Millie? Angels. From Louisiana and Yazoo City, Mississippi. What a character. Mike Miley. I can only imagine how he pronounces his last name. Dr. Tiernan. Doctor, give me the news. This card is stuck. There we go. I love hockey, bro. Love hockey. Capital L. Chad, I bought an extra 7 tickets to the last game with the bobblehead dolls just to try to resell and stuff. I bought 7 more tickets behind home plate. You savage, Trey. Ellie. Yes. Yeah, they do. Upper Deck is so good. They're not selling. Yazoo. I don't know how to do it, Scruffy. Yazoo City. We have hot. Ooh, hold on. Merrill on a patch. And that's Mason Miller on a gold chrome. Also for the Padres, the Capybara Sleepy Barra. Gets a couple Padres. Mason Miller, he's an absolute stud. Man, I really did just straight up punt the save category. I think I have one closer. I got Bednar. There's like a small chance that I'll like just randomly, like, I guess I have, the fact that I have one closer is better than 0. Maybe. I don't know. Chrome hockey would be crazy good. You know, if you think about it, like, just the way that hockey's on ice and, like, chrome and the silver look of hockey cards, it would kind of be nice, like, you know? Hockey with chrome? Sorry, the table's being weird with me. Oh, it's the banner. Look at that. The green baseball there for O'Neal Cruz. Pirates get a short print. Luca. It can, Lloyd. Yeah, sure. Is it full? I'm not going to press it if it's not really, really close after this is done. But, like, if it's full, I'll run it for sure. If it gets really close. That's the Frozen Fractor. The Frozen Fractor is, like, meant to be a hockey card. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that. 30 is close, but it'll probably be the first thing that goes tomorrow if I had to guess. Yeah, Frozen Fractor for hockey would literally be one of the coolest cards imaginable. That'd be like one of the sickest things ever. Aranda on the die cut. Keyshaw Rookie Cup Chromie. We're due for another auto. Give us another auto. We've only hit one so far. I want another one. Give me another tattoo. I don't want a tattoo, but I want an autograph. There's Mike Marshall. Mike Marshall. No way. He won the Cy Young in 74? What the hell? Dude. He won the Cy Young for the Dodgers? In 1974? He pitched 106 games. He was a middle relief? Holy crap. He threw 106 games. I mean, he didn't start 106 games, but he threw in 106 games. That's insane. Look. Didn't break 88 miles per hour? Is that what is that MGH? Legend, that's for you. They don't make them now. The last guy I saw like that was like Turk Wendell. He had an ephus? No way. Did he really throw an ephus? There's Type Schlute. Kyle Teal. Job. Horton Rookie Cup. Gary. Let's go, Gary Carter. That's Cat's dad's favorite player, I believe. I know a multi-inning guy back in the day, though, was like different than a multi-inning guy today, you know? They really threw some freaking innings. LB Refractor as we pick it back up. Laureano. Javi Baez in the Refractor. Blue there for the Mets. Guys, if you want to do the draft hobby, I'm down to do it. 30 left, you said? I mean, I'm down to do it. Damn, that's like very game used. It's how is this not numbered? Look at that, is a filthy patch. It is literally filthy. Just dirt on dirt on dirt on dirt on dirt. Yeah, you do like it, Maddie. That's a cool one, right? How cool was that patch? The quad patch, right? It's a really cool card. I love the different patches. I respect the fact that they use 4 different game use patches. I'm not smelling it, but I've been tricked into doing that before. I've smelled cards before. Blue Chromie of Matty O to 150. Do we think Matty O is going to have a nice bounce back year? He certainly underperformed last year. I think he should. He should have a nice bounce back. To 77 coming up at the end of the handful, but we got a lot of meat on the bone first. Let's see what else is here. Rooker. Rengifo. Swanson. Wyatt. Oops. Reynolds. Manzardo. Really liked Manzardo last year. I think he's going to have another great year. Kind of wish I drafted him. Churio. And then to 77, it's going to be Robert Hassel III. 8 of 77. K-Dub. And the Nationals continue to get some stuff. Yeah, not what I would have expected, that Heritage delivered a cool card like that. The mixtape CDs are fun, but definitely that is the coolest. I mean, that and the Radiating Rookie Auto, I think that is the coolest card, yeah. Over the Luis Gonzalez, the Hoffman, the Radiating Rookie Auto, the hand-numbered jersey piece, Gavin Fiend-Trugold. That is the coolest card of the night. You are right. You are correct. You, sir, are correct. Quad patch out of the Heritage. There's another auto. It's an auto of Otto. I think so too, Maddie. Phillies get some ink there. An auto of Otto. To 77. It's going to be Evan Carter for the Rangers. 18 of 77 on the orange. The orange Carter. You're gross, Higgins. You know what? I have a funny thing to tell you. Ready? It's disgusting, but it's funny. My ex, a long time ago, Eastern European girl from Lithuania. I had my French bulldog, right? And he used to sleep on top of our feet when we would sleep in the bed together. And I'd be like half asleep and she would try to like distract me, like when I was like, you know, and she would just randomly say, "Give me your finger," and I just would not be paying attention. I'd be like doing something, and I would just like stick out my finger, and she would just grab my hand and try to stick it towards my dog's butt, and I'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." It's kind of funny though. It's gross but funny. Just give me your finger. It's gross but it's funny. Maddie. It'd be a prank. She'd just be like, "Give me your finger." And I'd be like, "Okay, here." I'm just not paying attention. The next thing I know, my finger would be frighteningly close to a hole I didn't want it to go into. No, she was not into bestiality. Don't. You're the one who just told me to smell your finger, Higgins. Kyle Tucker on the NL All-Star Cubs piece. For shit. Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't be pink eye. It would be brown eye. Kyle Tucker. One of the reasons maybe Sacento. There's other bigger reasons that were deal breakers to me, but definitely one of the reasons. My wife would not, like Cindy. If I did that to Cindy, she would divorce me, like instantly. Evan Carter on a refractor. Like, I'm dead serious. If I did to Cindy what my ex did to me, the story I just told you, my wife would literally on the spot divorce me. She'd be like, "You're disgusting. That's gross. I never want to speak to you again." My wife would divorce me on the spot. Bobby. It's feels like a variation. It sure is. Image variation of the Devers. Bro, he looks big. I didn't realize he was this massive. I know he's a big dude with a lot of home runs, but he is massive. Those guns. Devers on the image variation for the Giants. Palisippi, nice piece. That's our third SP of sorts so far in this case. He's a huge dude. Kurtz on the Chromie. Rookie Cup. Jack. Lou Bob. Relic piece of Acuna Jr. Game used. Very nice. Legend. Bat piece. He is so good, man. I hate to admit it because I'm a Mets fan, but Acuna Jr. is disgusting. He is so good. What makes you say that? Just the checklist, Legend? Or the pictures, or what? No. Go ahead. Get me canceled, MGH. You'll be stuck with Billy. B. Reynolds. I mean, I didn't do it. It was what she was doing. What did I do wrong? B. Reynolds. Oh, the other story? What was it about, though? You would have to remind me. Oh, I remember what it was. That was about my boy, AD. It's so inappropriate. I shouldn't say it in video. I'm going to get myself canceled. Alright, whatever. Who cares at this point, right? AD was this guy I used to play poker with. But, yeah, it's about the if it sits, it hits. You'll like this story, MGH. So my boy AD, he did some bad things. And he spent a little bit of time in jail. I didn't meet him until after he got out of jail, for the record. James Wood. Wow, game used James Wood for KW and the Nationals. But AD has a great story. He can tell it better than I can, but we're going to do our best. KW on a relic piece there. It looks like sweat stained. Nationals have gotten a whole bunch of volume in this, and that's a different patch, patch that than the other patches we've been hitting. Different type of patch. I forget what it's called in the checklist, but AD loved going to the strip clubs. Loved it. That was where he went after we played poker every time, right? I think maybe like once or twice I joined him. He like dragged me there, but I'm not a strip club guy. But anyway, he told me a story one time. Mason Miller on a die cut, Baldwin on a chrome. He told me there's this one girl that works at one of the clubs that he always goes to that like was super in love with him. Wow, what is this? Is this a real one, Otto? Is that what this is? Expansion Auto? A Blue Jays? Is this what you were talking about? You were just talking about this. Bro, what is going on? You literally were just talking about this. An auto of auto. Different auto. The Blue Jays expansion. Headed, that's so cool. It's not a buyback, no. It's like a new card. I got to abbreviate this story because I'm really going to get myself canceled if I tell the full version. But the bottom line is, did he sign in the wrong place? He did, right? He was supposed to sign here. I don't really think it's that. It still looks fine. I think it still looks fine. Yeah, he didn't want to ruin the skyline. Exactly. I think the card still looks really nice, by the way. this is like one of those rare times where I actually don't totally disagree with the fact that the guy signed in the wrong spot. Even if he did definitely sign the wrong spot, I don't blame him. I might have signed in the wrong spot too, if I were him. I really might have. I think I would have made that mistake as well. I'm gonna cut him some slack there. It's a beautiful card. Interesting. Just it's so weird. You were just talking about it. You summoned the card. Damn. Whatever. So 80, there was this one girl that loved him, and she always wanted him to take her home or to go to the, the champagne room or whatever you want to call it, and he never did. Not with her, at least. He just wasn't, he really wasn't that into her. She wasn't his, After like a year, one night he's having a really bad night. And he's at the club, and he's drunk. And he has this line, and he just looked over at her and he said, "Tonight is your lucky night." And I'll leave the rest to your imagination, but that's really cool. Cade Horton with a football. That's definitely an image variation. But it reminds me of the if it sits, it hits. Sometimes you might be the last option, the last resort, and you may still be desirable and have your moment in the sun. Cubs. Shit, nice hit. Hopefully I don't get canceled for my ridiculous story. In a video, nonetheless. Thank you for getting it out of me, guys. MGH is just like building a lawsuit over there. Game use Goldie. No, they definitely don't. Goldie on the patch. Iberto. Do they do well on secondary? I would assume they do okay, Lloyd. No, I don't think either of them were ugly. She just wasn't he just didn't really he didn't really love her that much. He didn't like her. Wasn't his type. I don't think either of them were ugly. But sometimes. Because she tried for so long, and he always turned her down. And one day, tonight is your lucky night. Oh my God, Legend. Can you retract that? It's Blez After Dark, but I mean, probably not. No way. This is actually a really good player. Joe Niekro. No way. Bro, is he... Or is Phil Niekro the really good player? Astros. 808 is Aloha. Is he good or is it the other guy? Phil. Might be Phil. I think it's Phil. Sorry, Joe. Damn. That's that hurt. 808, we'll take it. 808, you were due for something, just to get you on the board. And the last handful here. The Dingler. Oh, we got green chrome at the end. Jansen, I didn't even see that. Green chrome, we're going to close it out with a little green chrome. Jorge Polanco for the Mariners to 99. It's going to be our final hit of substance for the Cam dude. That's it. But a great case of Heritage. Phil was the Knuckleball Hall of Fame guy. Yeah, it's Phil. Okay, let's do a recap. Some stuff. Shohei, Bubs, type Schlitt, you Savage a couple times, Kyle Teal. SP Black, Louis Garcia Jr. for the Nats, and DeGoat, a.k.a. DeGrom, Rangers. I think there's only 50 of those in the print run for each, but I'm not 100% sure. Nationals, Hassel at 3rd to 77, Evan Carter for the Rangers also to 77. We had some actual 77 cards. Joe Niekro, not Phil, for the Astros. Mike Marshall for the Braves won the Hall of Fame, or the Cy Young in 74. Would never have known that if I didn't pull that card. Mike Miley from Yazoo, Louisiana? No, Yazoo City, Mississippi, excuse me. Rick Dempsey for the Orioles. Mookie on the variation for the Dodgers. That's in the wrong pile. Bill Grief for the Expos. Mike Cubbage for the Twins. Let's go back to these variations. Mookie on the image variation for the Dodgers. Kate Horton. Devers. Kyle Tucker on the star. And then the banner of O'Neal Cruz for the Pirates. Had this random Roman that I didn't show, but I top-loaded some numbered chrome. Brian Reynolds to 150, Matty O, William Contreras, all blue. Jorge Polanco to 99, Mason Miller to 50 on the gold with the City Connect jersey for the Padres. Some patches here. Goldie, Acuna Jr., a really filthy patch of Freddie Freeman. Castellanos, Merrill, C.J. Abrams, Salvi on the bat piece, Duran, Red Sox, Dylan Cruz for the Nationals, and a different type of patch, James Wood and the Nationals, K-Dub. And we had some ink, 3 autos, an auto of auto for the Blue Jays, an auto of Warming for the Rockies, and an auto of auto for the Phillies. Different autos. 2 autos. 1 Heritage case. And then we had this thing right here, which is the coolest card I've hit all day, as previously mentioned by Maddie. George Brett Salvi, Jack Caglione, Bobby Witt, 101 quad patch. You got the bat piece and 3 different beautiful patches. This is how a card should look. I know it doesn't have any autos, but other than that, this is how a card should look. Game used quad. Excellent looking card for Zion, Papa, and the Royals. Beautiful piece, Papa. 2026 Topps Heritage Hobby full case PYT number 7, 8, and 9, and I think 10 are all in the store. We don't have that many cases of this, but we're gonna do them all. This product is growing on me rapidly. I like it. I like it. I like quad patches like this. I want to hit a chrome auto of Roman Anthony. Can we do that tomorrow? Thank you for joining the break. That was a solid one. Thank you.